The phrase Holy Grail gets thrown around a lot in the wrestling figure community, but today on the channel, you could very easily make a case that this is a top Holy Grail action figure. We've got the Deluxe Classic Ringside Fest exclusive tribute to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Deluxe Classic Superstars deep dive as we go through week after week for 2 years now on the channel, talking all things Jakks Classic Superstars, and today we're at a point of a true Holy Grail item to many out there. We're talking the Deluxe Classic Ringside Fest exclusive tribute to Stone Cold Steve Austin. And no better time as we are in Mania week, WrestleMania right around the corner. Can you feel the electricity in the air? It's like 1990 all over again with Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Or not quite to that level, but there's some stuff I'm excited to see on WrestleMania. And of course, I haven't missed a WrestleMania since WrestleMania 3, and I'm not going to break my streak now, so I'll be watching all 2 nights of WrestleMania, see what all the fuss is about. And I don't know if there's a lot of fuss, but there's a little bit of fuss. But Stone Cold Steve Austin, rumored to come back to the squared circle. I don't know. They're saying it's a talk show thing. There's going to be some physicality. Who knows where it's exactly going to go, but one way we do know it is going to go is we're going to talk about this figure today here at the table, of course. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, no stranger to the Jakks Classic Superstars line, be it the traditional line or the Deluxe Classic line. And we've got an interesting one right here. This is from the 2009 Ringside Fest, Ringside Collectibles Yearly Fest, where Jakks, now Mattel, shows off their wares, that kind of stuff. Used to be a big deal in person, like in Times Square in New York City, things like that. Well, that's where this figure came from. So it's super exclusive. Of course, online, was sold later after the event. You could get it, I believe, at the event at the time, and then you could pre-order it through their website, get it, and stuff like that. And unfortunately, like a lot of the Deluxe Classic 2-packs, these things had a pretty rough landing, a real rough time in the post office or on the boat from overseas, as a lot of these, unfortunately, are very, very difficult to get minty mint. There's always little creases, little dings and stuff like that on them, which is really unfortunate because maybe it's the bigger figures, the deluxe pack, something about that, but and it's also the dying line, the dying days of Jakks, so they didn't probably use the fanciest glues and the fanciest packaging, things along them lines. So these are fairly hard to get minty mint. So I just wanted to put that out there. But let's take a look at it like we usually do. Let's look at the packaging, talk about it, read the back, all that fun stuff. But there's Stone Cold. So first off, the packaging, we know it's the Deluxe Classic, super-sized Deluxe Classic, size as a 2-pack, but it's only a single pack because it's got all of his awards, his title belts over the years. Just a very, very cool pack. If you're a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan, if he's your favorite wrestler of all time, this is a must-have. This is a must-have for many people. Like I said earlier, this is truly a grail item. This is one of, if not the most expensive classic superstars outside of the, the 1-of-5s and things like that. This guy goes for a pretty penny, is very hard to find, does not come up for sale very often, is just a very, very cool tribute to Stone Cold for sure. You got a great Stone Cold Deluxe Aggression figure in there. He does have a soft goods vest on, as you can see. Austin, beautiful head sculpt. You know exactly who this is when you see it. But then you get down to it, and he's got his Austin 316 t-shirt. You got to have that. One of the most, if not the most iconic wrestling shirts of all time. What do you think is the most iconic wrestling shirt of all time? It's got to be the Stone Cold 316, the original NWO t-shirt. I don't know. I'd have to think. To me, it's one of those two. But I might be thinking of something different. Maybe you got a better idea. But definitely iconic. We got his Hall of Fame plaque, which is a really cool touch. And now we always talk about the title belts here. The Jakks Deluxe Classic, I've said it before, I'm a little bit of a broken record, but we're going to say it again for you new viewers. The best title belts that have ever been mainstream released. We're talking Hasbro, Mattel, LJ, and Jakks, whatever you want to call it. I still say the Deluxe Classics are the ones to beat. I love them. Whenever I see them loose for sale at a toy store, I always grab them. They're better than the Mattel ones of this day and age. They're better than the Classic Superstars Ruthless Aggression ones we got by miles. Just beautiful, beautiful belts here. I wish Mattel would give us stuff like this. Jazzwares, you name it. Just absolutely beautiful. You got the world title, you got the gold eagle, you got all the belts. Smoking gun belt, you get one tag team title, the intercontinental title, of course the $1 million title, which is the best $1 million title by heaps and bounds. Just beautiful, beautiful. You got everything in there. I just love how it's laid out. I'm glad they put this in a double-sized pack instead of making it a single pack with like all the belts down below or something. Just displays absolutely beautiful. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece, and that's why this is a holy grail after all these years. A lot of people really do like this one. A lot of people are on the lookout for him. There's a lot of people that say this is the one figure if I could get, that's what I would get. Just very cool. Like I mentioned, Ringside collectible, Ringside Fest 2009, tribute to Stone Cold exclusive, WrestlingFigures.com. Super articulation, limited edition, all the fun stuff. Stone Cold Steve Austin on the side, exclusive 2009 over there, big glamour shot. And then on the back, there he is. We got the big centerpiece right there. We got a glamour shot to the side, Classics logo. We got a blurb. And then we got the tail of the tape down here as far as, look at that Classic Superstars line they're promoting. Series 26. Just think, look how big that set is. Can you imagine Mattel giving us a set that big? That's how it was back in the day. We had huge sets from Jakks. Warnings, UPCs, that kind of stuff down there. Series 26, you got the Giant Machine, you got the Sheik, you got the Iron Sheik, Junkyard Dog, Ming, Steve Williams, Mr. Fuji, Bret Hart, Shockmaster, Dangerous Danny Davis, and Matt Hardy LJN style. So quite the heavy hitter lineup right there. On the back, the blurb here for Stone Cold. Weight 252 pounds, 6'2". Finishing move, the Stone Cold Stunner. Titles, WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, World Tag Team Champion, King of the Ring, and Royal Rumble winner. It'd be cool if there was a King of the Ring crown or something like that in here. I guess I never thought about that, but they could have put that in here if they wanted to. And this also has 50% more articulation than your traditional Ringside, or not Ringside, your traditional Jakks Classic Superstar Ruthless Aggression style figure. So the Deluxe Classics, once again, traditionally Toys R Us and Ringside collectibles, except for that Shawn Michaels Pro figures, online exclusive. So this one is one that flew under a lot of people's radars back in the day. Unless you were in the know, you were going to Ringside collectibles, that's the only way you knew this thing was really in existence. So there's a lot of collectors that weren't online, weren't buying online, that this just went under their radar. And then, like I said, a lot of this was damaged, just very, very hard to get. So that is why it is such a pricey piece right now. I guarantee if I chose to sell this right now with Steve Austin Mania, if he does wrestle at WrestleMania, it'd probably make a huge dollar profit on this bad boy. I did buy it for like $30 in 2009. But I guarantee this thing's would just explode this weekend if Stone Cold does come back to the ring, does actually have a match. Everybody's going to be like, oh man, I need some Stone Cold figures. And they'd be looking for this because this is truly an amazing piece. And a centerpiece to a lot of collections and definitely a centerpiece to the Deluxe Classic collection. Just phenomenal. So I can't rave enough. And like I said, I like Stunning Steve Austin more, but even I can no doubt deny how special this piece is. I would love to see more stuff like this. It'd be great if Mattel gave us kind of like the Hall of Fame, like a Hall of Fame line, not like the Target one, but one that has like a beautiful figure, iconic. It's Ric Flair in his most iconic gear, and then all of his title belts and stuff like that. It would be really cool if they could do a line of something like that for the tippy tip-top guys. Who knows? Maybe Elite Series 100 will do that. Maybe they'll go all out and put some things like that. It's the tip-top guys. They'll get all their title belts. Who knows? I guess we'll stay tuned. We'll find out. And, of course, we'll talk about it right here on the channel. So there it is, Stone Cold Steve Austin Deluxe Classic, Ringside Fest exclusive from 2009. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Did you pick this up back in the day? Have you been on the long game trying to find it? Are you just finding out about it right now? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And of course, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell. Follow along on my Patreon, link in the description below for this video and tons of other videos weeks, sometimes months early, plus exclusive content and giveaways. A lot of fun over there on Patreon. Sir Paul 64 is where you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for Stone Cold, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.